Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the episode Echoes seal title called Intrepid. For those of you who are interested in seeing my other guide videos for the Destiny 2 Final Shape stuff, I have a full guide on how to get the Final Shape seal Transcendence. So if you want to check that out, there's that right there. Also, if you guys are interested in getting this in the algorithm to have other Guardians see this video, you can like the video down below and subscribe for more content. Failsafe is back. We've made it to Nessus and we have a whole heap of new stuff going on for this brand new episode. An echo from the Witness has crashed down onto Nessus and it is completely terraforming the entirety of this Centaur planet. So Failsafe, in her quarantine, I guess you can say, inside of the Exodus Black, has been monitoring the Vex for us this entire time to make sure that things aren't going wrong. Well, they kind of are now. Whatever this being is, which I'm pretty sure I know who it is, but I'm not going to spoil it. Whatever this being is controlling the Vex and showing them things that the Vex are not usually able to comprehend themselves. The Vex are always about the future. They're always about learning about stuff and kind of seeing stuff ahead of time. Well, this time they didn't see it coming, and that intrigues them. That really intrigues them. And this new being is trying to show them some things that maybe they didn't know. Here's what you got to do throughout the entirety of this season's story. We have 3 separate acts worth of stuff, and at the time that I'm making this guide, I only know what to do for both of the first 2 acts. We still have a third one where everything is secretive, so I'll be making another video when it comes time on how to complete that. But for the first portion of this video, this is going to be everything for Act 1 and Act 2. So if there are some Act 2 stuff you don't want to know about, probably don't watch this video. The first thing you'll have to do is listen to all of the radio broadcasts in the Helm. As per every other season and now into the episodes, the Helm is going to have some radio broadcasts for us each week after completing some quest lines that we'll have to listen to that'll help us understand some more story going on in the background. As of this guide, you have to complete 9 different radio broadcasts in the Helm. You do not have to complete everything for this current week to unlock the first one. I think it's mainly tied to the basic seasonal story quest, and everything else is just kind of side stuff. The next one is the Mineral Processing Triumph. This one is to deposit Radiolite samples at Failsafe's Radiolite Bay. Basically, what you have to do is collect samples across the breach executable activity on Nessus. There are these little samples that you can collect while doing the activity, and if you collect a certain set weight of these samples, you can dump them into Failsafe's Radiolite Bay. You cannot dump them into the bay unless you have a specific weight limit. So keep that in mind when searching for some of this stuff. The next one is to collect any Exquisite Radiolite sample. Across Nessus, while doing the breach executable activity, there's a chance that you might come across something called a piston, as well as just some stuff randomly across the entirety of Nessus, scattered around, you know. But if you come across this piston, you need to have something in your inventory, and this particular item is called the Planetary Piston Hammer. This is unlocked as a research instrument from completing some of the Echo's quest lines, and you're also going to get this to help with a specific quest line that Failsafe has for you this first week. But if you smash these pistons with this particular hammer upgrade, as well as you just look around the entirety of Nessus, there's a chance that you can find an Exquisite Radiolite sample just chilling around somewhere. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to tell that it's an Exquisite Radiolite sample too, because they're going to make that pretty obvious. Plus, I mean, as soon as you collect it, this Triumph will unlock. So just go around, see if you can find one. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like an exotic. They're going to be pretty rare to find. More like Research Bay. This Triumph is to complete all of Failsafe's research project quests. The research project quests are the ones that are tied to the piston hammer. The one for this week, you have to collect some extraction data, and you have to smash one of the pistons hidden in the breach executable activity. For me, this is where I found mine. But I have noticed that they actually spawn in multiple different locations, so just kind of keep a lookout for a big tower piston looking thing that looks like this. If you see one of these and you have your hammer on you, it'll mark it on your map that it's something there. So just go up to it, smash it, and then it's going to drop some samples. I wasn't able to collect them myself, unfortunately, before I had to get teleported into the next zone. But you can actually collect some samples after smashing these pistons. So one of them could be an Exquisite, one of them might not be. But either way, you get samples from doing this. The next triumph is Untethered Attire. This is to acquire a full set of Episode Echo's armor. The head, the arms, the chest, the legs, and the class item. All of this stuff will just be unlockable from doing basic activities, completing quest lines, you know, the usual stuff for the entirety of the season. It's not going to be anything too hard to do this, so just play everything, play the Breach executable, play the Enigma protocol, whatever you want to do. You're basically set to get all of this armor by the end of that. The next one is to complete the Triumph Triple Victory. This is to defeat all 3 of the bosses in the Breach executable activity. I have tested this myself, and every single boss is available for you to complete right now. Rhapsoidos, the Coral Mind, is the first one that you can fight, and it's probably going to be the first one that unlocks for your first mission, but you actually can fight the other 2 right now, and I have fought them myself. Pelesis, the Nessian Gate Lord, and Vire, a Tormentor, the Shard of Contempt. You can fight all 3 of these bosses right now in the Breach executable activity. You do not have to increase any of the power level. You can do it at 1945. You just have to get lucky and get all 3 of them that way. The next one is Maximum Extraction. This is to achieve a platinum score after completing both encounters in a single run of the Breach executable activity. The easiest way to get a platinum score in this particular Breach executable activity is to make sure you have a fire team of people. You could do this with other randoms and hope you get lucky, but let's be honest here. You've got to do a lot. In order to get a platinum score, you got to smash the pistons, collect all the samples from that, make sure you collect all the hidden samples that are in the mission itself, and you have to try not to die and get as much data as you possibly can as quickly as you can. It is a very hard feat to do for this particular activity, but if you do it, you also get an exotic sparrow called the Crawlway Sync, so hey, free bonus. The next one that you can do with the Act 1 is to destroy all available network security nodes during a single run of Enigma Protocol. Throughout the entirety of Nessus, you're going to have many different things that you have to do for quest lines, but there is one of them that you don't have to do for a quest. This one is actually just a random thing you can come across, and it leads to a secret mission. The secret mission is called Enigma Protocol, and once you find it in this zone, it unlocks permanently on your Helm directory. Destroying all available network security nodes during a single run means to destroy all of the giant yellow prism nodes. These things increase your timer to make sure the system does not reboot while playing through Enigma Protocol. Basically, just go through an entire single run of Enigma Protocol and destroy every single one that you can. They spawn in some different locations sometimes, but most of the time they're pretty set locations. So just go into this Enigma Protocol and just destroy every single one that you can. And once they're all destroyed and you complete a full run of Enigma Protocol, then you're all set. This is complete. The next one is Overclocked Under Time. The Enigma Protocol mission, again, is required for this one. You have to complete it in under 18 minutes. This one is a very hard feat to do as well, because guess what, everybody? Enigma Protocol is a 2025 power level activity. Yeah. And if everybody dies, and if the system reboots, you start from the beginning. You could be almost all the way to the very end of the mission, and you die, or you reboot the system because you didn't do something properly, and you've got to start all over again. And it's going to take a long time to get back there. So keep that in mind. You might want a fire team for this one as well. The next 2 triumphs that you have to do are tied specifically to Act 2 of Episode Echoes. This will not be out for at least another 30 to 40 days. This is to complete each of the battleground activities in Act 2, and also the second triumph is to complete any episode battleground on Expert difficulty. Act 2 will be resurging some Battlegrounds activities. There should be like 2 or 3 of them for us that we can play and basically just complete all of them and complete one of them on expert difficulty. The expert one's going to be tough. Again, you're probably going to want some sort of a teammate here to help out with that because it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough because expert especially is 20-25 power level now. Ooh, you're going to need to work a lot on that. Thankfully, you got 30 to 40 days before you have to do this, but oof. But that's everything for the Episode Echoes seal so far. There are 3 other triumphs that we won't know about until the end of the episode in about 80 days from now. So it won't be until like around September-ish, maybe late August. So keep that in mind that this is going to be something we'll have to come back to in a little while, and we'll see where this goes. But that's all that you can do for now. I hope this was somewhat helpful in helping you understand more about Episode Echoes. There's a lot more to talk about later, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.